you know? And instead of having the politician go, well, what we have to do is once we get together and institute the policy that will make it safe for all of Americans, and they start going on their bullshit rant, then the constituents they're talking to would go, you know what, that was a nice speech, but that didn't answer my question. I'm asking you, what are you going to do about this particular issue? And if you give me another bullshit answer, I'm not voting for you. But instead, what do? Hey, that guy's got a head of hair. Hey, that guy's got a nice set of jugs. I mean, that girl's got a nice set of jugs. Let's vote for them. You know? We're stupid. That's all there is to it.
Hey, I think you said something interesting, though. We might not be too far away from a guy running as a nice set of jugs. It's going to happen.
Oh, my God.
Not only that, yeah, not only that, but whoever doesn't vote for the guy with a nice pair of jugs is going to be considered racist, homophobic, Islamophobic, transgenderphobic, and every other kind of phobic under the planet. Fuck.
I hope not. That's not fair.
It seems to me it's folks. It's just when are we as a race of people? I guess when are we as a species going to evolve past all this? Like, I know there's things to worry about as far as one world governments and things like that, but I just can't help but think, like, you know, we have more in common with each other than we don't have in common with each other, and it's like we could accomplish so much as a group of people, you know, as a fucking species, without all this fucking, you know, power plays, all this fucking division. You know, I mean, you know, I know it sounds like almost like I'm being all kumbaya and stuff, or fucking John Lennon, Imagine All the People and everything. But I mean, quite literally, I mean, what is the purpose of us fucking blowing each other up in fucking mass scales? What is the purpose of fucking? I mean, we at some point we got to get past this, and it's. I'm not saying I have the answers for it, but it's just. I mean, right now, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's whoever has the most money is who's going to win the elections. That's part of how Trump got elected. It's, you know, I mean, somebody like, Jimmy Carter came out and said that, you know, there was no way he could have even been on the ballot in today's fucking, the way things run now and stuff, because now it's based upon how much money you got and how much money you can raise. And it's not based upon who's the most qualified, who's got the best ideas on the issues or anything like that. It's just it's a crock of shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know, when you mention the word evolve, that triggers something in me. I'm going to give you a hypothetical situation, and that might answer your particular question in a roundabout way. Imagine, for example, that either the United States or Russia or China or some other country like India, Pakistan, whichever part of the human race, we're all part of the human race. Supposing we are able to go to a planet, and on that particular planet, we find that this planet is rich in gold, rich in uranium, rich in salt, okay, rich in rare minerals like lithium, etc. But the inhabitants of this particular planet are like 100 years behind us technologically. They're somewhere in the wild, let's say the 1920s stage, okay? Or let's say even the wild west, all right? So now whoever it is, lands on this particular planet, and now, because of their electronic technology, they're like gods to these particular people. What do you think is going to happen when they discover that the planet has all of these minerals which they need for their nation and for their lobbyists? Do you think they're going to negotiate with the people on this planet, or do you think they're going to take the minerals away from the people on the planet? What do you think?
Oh, they're going to take them.
I think all we have to do, I think, is look at history. I think it'll be not much different than the founding of the New World. You know, I mean, I think it'll be kind of similar to what the European nations did to the American Indians. And I think it'll be interesting to see, too, like what type of viruses and stuff pass back and forth. I think that's a completely different subject, too. But just thinking about, you know, I mean, the main thing that wiped out the Indians was smallpox. You know, it'd be interesting to see what type of fucking diseases and stuff that would come from another planet. And we probably wouldn't even have to worry about that because they'd probably just destroy them and go from there. But to be honest, though, I kind of wonder, too, if we had this abundance of those resources and stuff, I mean, you know, supply and demand, that'd probably drive the price down. Probably wouldn't be the best for the markets. But yeah. But
to answer your point, though, about when are we going to get out of this particular situation we're in with the conflicts and everything, what I'm saying in a roundabout way is that we're never going to. It's in our DNA. There are conflicts in marriages. There are conflicts in families. There are conflicts in between twins. There are conflicts in between nations. And a lot of time the conflicts aren't even over resources. It's just because I'm going to kill you because I can. You are on a nice piece of land. I want that land. You're in my way. Thank you very much, but bleed to death if you don't mind. So that's the way our particular species has evolved. And those who are the most sociopathic, most pathological, they will then be the most motivated to use their hunger for power to get into power so that they can do the killing and the subjugation, which is what we're under now. We're under medical tyranny because of people who come from the same neighborhoods you and I come from, but whose ambition has been fueled by power. They're the most sociological amongst us. But all of us will get into a fight, into conflict, in a moment's notice. There's a saying that I remember hearing years ago. It'll take you 2 years to build up a friendship, but only 2 minutes to break it down. Because we are more prone to anger, conflict, to try to control other humans than we are towards living with others on a peaceful planet. There are people who do want peace. I like the song Imagine. I also like My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. But the thing is that when push comes to shove, more people will become Attila the Hun than who's that? Than the Dr. Schweitzer. In my opinion, I think we're a fucked up species. In other words.
Did you see the first recruitment video for Space Force?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, look at that. They did their first recruitment video for Space Force. They're going. It said something like, "What if your purpose on this planet wasn't for this planet?" It was like one of the taglines.
Well,
what do you think
the only reason why we haven't blocked. Yeah. I think we're just
a couple of things that we talked about bring me to this point too is that man, we got to get off this ball. I mean, let's assume there's not a God, okay? Because there's only two.
That's my assumption.
Down, and I think there's only two possible explanations for why we're still here, okay? One is that there's some type of all-powerful being that's out there somehow, and let's not even say it's a creator or anything like that, not even to get into all that, but there's some type of guardian out there that somehow is able to protect the planet, right? And that's how we're still here millions of years later. That's how there's still life on this planet. Because it's the odds that are astronomically high that in this amount of time that a solar flare, a fucking asteroid, a fucking something or other. Now, I'm not proposing that we've never been hit by asteroids or meteors before, but I'm saying the odds are very, very not in our favor that there would be something that absolutely wipes us off on a mass global scale, if you really wrap your head around it. And if we're lucky. If there is no God, no fucking creator, no fucking guardian that's out there keeping this from happening, then we're lucky. And we're on a fucking doomsday clock as far as that's concerned. And we can't assume. We just can't assume that there's some guardian being out there that's protecting us. We've got to get our shit together. And that's where I'm saying that, like, when do we get evolved past this and get to this point? Because we're not going to do it individually. We have to figure out a way to get the smartest people involved who are actually going to get us off of this ball. Because it's only a matter of time before something happens that wipes the human race off the face of the planet, and there will never be us again. Unless we find a way to start colonizing other planets and doing things like that. And I just don't see a way that we accomplish that when economic strife, wars that are going abroad are taking our attention and our resources away from what should be that ultimate goal. That ultimate goal is vastly important. Because, like I said, we can't assume that just because everything's been okay that it's always going to be okay. It's asinine to even think that way.
Well, yeah, well, take a look at the conditions.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, okay. You can take a look at the conditions today under the medical tyranny that we're suffering. Because of this COVID, which I believe is a hoax. Yeah, well, I believe that it'd be nice if we could get off, the planet just to explore. I happen to think the planet Earth is still beautiful, but what fucks it up are human beings. Tesla's trying to get us out. But even if we came close to have the power and the resources to be able to colonize other planets, that's not going to be for us. That's going to be for the very rich scumbags who have probably engineered this whole thing anyway. Because there's two things that they probably want. One of them is immortality. That means the singularity in which they're going to fuse their bodies and their consciousness with a different body that's going to last forever. That science will probably be coming to existence in the next 10 years. The other one would be to leave the planet behind. Yeah, if it's not already. The other one would be to leave the planet. But Musk, he's not going to make plans to lift billions of people off the planet. He's going to make plans in order to lift him and his billionaire friends off the planet so that maybe they can find another planet that they can inhabit. Now, here's the other thing. Artificial intelligence. I don't know if I've talked about this on your show before, but if artificial intelligence reaches the holy grail in which it achieves consciousness, it becomes a sentient being, and it's as fast and as powerful as it can be, and it reprograms itself without the aid of humans, and it knows its environment, it'll kill us because it won't need us. It'll be like the Terminator. It'll be a million times smarter than we are. It'll look upon us like we're cockroaches. Everything that we know, it'll know, and it'll know in just a matter of, if not hours, a few minutes. And once it does that and has the capability of being to scientifically sort out what is truth, what is fiction, what is history, what's good for it, like I say, if it achieves consciousness. If it doesn't achieve consciousness, then it's nothing but a huge, great computer. But that will become God, because that thing will be able to know in advance what we're going to do against it before we do. It'll be able to mount an attack against us. There's already a video on YouTube where it shows how it'll do it, and it makes